What's going on, beautiful people? I hope you guys are doing well. I'm currently in Bangkok, Thailand, and during this crisis, I wanted to start something new where we can share ideas and come together through this social distancing. I feel that we still can connect and we still can learn from one another. And I feel like every human is our teacher, or I believe that every human being is my teacher. And so I always learn from everybody, whether it be good, bad, or indifferent. And so my first guest is Jordan Washington, and I've known Jordan for quite some time. He is a choreographer, a dancer, I feel like an artist, a fashionista, you name it. And we have a really good conversation about life, dance industry, OnlyFans, LOL. And so I hope you enjoy. I hope you find some gems worthy of helping you along your journey in this crazy journey of life, right? I love you and welcome to the SpeakEasy Podcast.
In terms of like the government, the way the government's structured and how the government wants to like help people, it's much more like Canada than it is the States. States, they don't care.
Yeah.
They're like, I think right now is the prime example of like them not caring, because they're like, yeah, well, you guys figure it out state by state. If I like you, I'll give you some help. If I don't like you, you're not getting anything.
Right.
So that's how much I care.
Yeah.
And drink bleach and inject yourself with some.
Yeah.
Like,
right.
We're all Bill Nye now, so we all have to figure this out. Like, go home. Like,
it's insane though. And it's like, what I've been watching, because majority of the things that I do watch is from the States. I rarely watch Thailand news, Bangkok news, rarely. But watching all that has gone on has been shocking.
Yeah. It's embarrassing.
It is. It's been shocking.
Like, I'm half American and I'm 100% embarrassed. You know what I mean? Like, it's because when people see me, if I'm speaking English, they assume that I'm American. They don't say Canadian. So they're like, "Oh, you're American," and I'll be like, "No, I'm Canadian." They're like, "Oh, I love Canadians," and I'm like, "Oh, thank God." But like, I told my friend today on Instagram, I was like, I'm so embarrassed for all of Americans. Anybody who has their head on straight, I'm super embarrassed for you, because look at the way you're being represented. It's insane.
And the thing about it is, like, I get that this is new for everybody, but I think there's got to be a way to behave where it doesn't seem biased and it doesn't seem ignorant. You know what I mean? Like, there's got to be a way, even because, once again, he's human as well, right? And he's hella faulty. So it's just like, but this is a different situation. Like, you could play on Twitter and do all that on another time, but everyone is shook. Everyone is shook and don't know. I don't know what to do. Unemployment rate is through the roof. The roof. You hear me? Through the roof. And they're just like, well, let's open it up. Fuck it. No, wait. Wait, I need us to think about it before we do it, because there's just a lot of doing.
But like, what other countries have you heard about that are protesting to get their border, or protesting to go back to work? It's very clear that the States is not set up to help people in this time of need. We're not protesting to go work here. We're like, okay, well, because we were supposed to go back to work on the 25th, and then our president was like, nope, not safe yet. We're going to extend it to May 11th. And everyone's like, okay, like, it sucks, but okay. But that's because everyone's basically getting like 85% of their salary here. even if they're not going to work, even if they're not working, they're still getting taken care of because the government takes care of people. And anytime I tell someone in the States that, they're like, oh my God, that's so good. I'm like, yeah, but it's also how it should be. Like, this is a pandemic. No one should have to pay for it. You know, like, how many people are going to be out of business after this? Even if you were to open up the States tomorrow, if I'm a hair salon owner and I open up my shop tomorrow, I'm going to get probably 10% of the business that I would on a regular day. And now I'm going to be held responsible to pay back all of these loans, or I'm not going to get any help from the government anymore if I was getting any help. And in a month or two, my business is going to go under because we opened up too early. Nobody wanted to come. You have, 100 people out in the streets protesting that they want to get their hair cut. They probably are going to go to 20 different salons, and those salons are going to get what? 5 people, and that's supposed to tide them over for the month, and then what? It just makes no sense to me that, like, it's very American, like the protesting and the whining and the complaining and then don't get me started on conspiracy theories. Like, it's very, I don't want to do what I'm told because I don't feel I have to do what I'm told because I'm American and I deserve it. It's so, you of all people, America, you can't just do what you're told. You have the highest incarceration rate in the world. You should, of all the countries, anyone should know how to just stay home and do nothing. Y'all lock people up for doing it all day long. So if you don't like being at home right now, think about all the people who are in jail right now for, I don't know, selling weed, and now you're making billions of dollars off of the weed industry. Well, yeah. Guess what? They've been in quarantine for 20 years, and it's not as nice as yours.
Yeah.
They don't get to go outside and clap for the health workers at 8 o'clock or chill out on their balconies every day or do TikTok dances. They have to be in jail now.
Yeah.
And, like, if you wrap your head around how it is, just think about what it is for other people. Like, yeah, it sucks being in quarantine, but people are in jail. People are in solitary confinement. Most of them are, not guilty of it. I just think of that when I get really stressed out, and it could always be worse, but I don't know why I just went on to that tangent, but it just,
love it.
When I see people being very selfish, it really makes me upset.
Yeah. It's, I think with America and Americans, it's due to the fact that it's capitalism, and there are no rules until you step on someone's toes that's high up, because Jeff Bezos owns all his companies and the highest on the stock market, but he got there because he was allowed to in the US. He's just I can do what I want and I can build this and do this, right? So when you have that much leeway, when you're creating fucking Uber and all the shit that everybody uses all across the world, there's a sense of I can do what I want.
Yeah.
Because on one spectrum I can, and the other spectrum you're telling me that I can't. So everybody's just nigga, I'm opening up the beach. Because, right? Because I wouldn't have, I can do that. We have governors that blocked off the beaches just so they can just live their best life for their birthday.
Of course. Or we have governors who are it's safe to go outside now. I'm opening up the beach. I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you because there's a mask over your face. Tell me again how safe it is to go outside. What are you talking about?
Right.
How as a person with, all of your marbles, how do you not look at someone in power telling you it's safe, it's 100% safe, you should go back to work while they're wearing a mask?
Literally.
When you're not wearing a mask, I'm gonna believe that you're telling me it's safe.
Right.
And I'm not talking about Donald Trump. He never wears a mask. Evil doesn't die. That man's gonna live till he's 110. Anybody in that camp is gonna live forever. People think that he's gonna be out of office anytime soon. He's not. It's gonna be another 4 years. Look at America now. You think these people who protest and go back to work are gonna vote for Biden? I doubt it.
Yeah.
Because
the narrative is about to get flipped, and I feel this is just thinking that because of all this that happened, because he was supposed to get impeached before this has happened, but forgotten. So I feel like because of the way he's handling it and the way his teams are like, you're gonna come out on top because you've helped the United States crawl out of this faster and bounce back quicker. And of course, why would we go anywhere else? And then you have the other side that's just like, who's gonna clean up this fucking mess? Because you left a mess with trade wars, this, that. You left a mess. So Joe Biden, good luck.
Yeah, Joe Biden's gonna be like Barack Obama again. He's gonna spend, if he gets in, he's gonna spend his whole first 4 years cleaning up everything and trying to make everything right. And then come election time, people are gonna be like, well, you didn't really do anything for the first 4 years. Well, yeah, did you see the mess that someone left me? I have to clean it up. So, that's not gonna happen overnight.
And
I'm worried.
The segue from president to president is like not long enough. I feel like it's like maybe like 2 weeks, 3 weeks to take a job this massive. Like
it's definitely, I think it's November, December, elections November, they get inaugurated in January, I want to say.
Right, yeah.
It's like a couple months, but even still, a couple months to, no.
No, yeah, it needs to be longer to sit with the person and be like, why did you do this? Okay, let's write this down, take notes, that doesn't work. Where we were at with this, not like a week.
But, and then on top of that, Trump, imagine sitting and asking a chimpanzee why they did the things they did. Like that's the kind of answers you're gonna get.
Yeah, that's true.
He doesn't know. He's senile. He doesn't even know what's going on, and
it's true.
He is a sociopath. I'm absolutely sure of it.
Absolutely sure.
Absolutely sure. I love
the news. How has the news impacted you? From home news to news where you are?
It usually just gets me upset. I don't really watch French news unless it's unless someone sends me a link.
Yeah.
I've been listening to a lot of like science podcasts.
Nice.
Like Science Versus. I listen to like Neil deGrasse Tyson's podcast. He usually does he's been doing stuff about COVID. There's a podcast called Love It or Leave It, Pod Save America. That's where I get my news from, because they kind of sum it up. There's an NPR podcast called Up First, and it's like a 15-minute podcast. So I don't really watch the news. I will if I see something on Instagram and someone posts something and I'm like, oh, that's interesting, I will go and do the research and be like, is this real?
Right.
Which I wish everyone would do, but so it's I have anxiety, so there's a point where I have to cut myself off because I'll just work myself up into a panic, and I'll just have to sit there and lay down. Like when all of this first happened, I was pretty anxious for the first maybe week or so. And then all day, I'm just gonna lay down all day. I can't do anything. I cannot get up out of bed. My chest feels heavy. I was like, is this coronavirus?
Right.
Is this it? Do I have it? Nope, just anxiety. So after I kind of got over that and everything kind of normalized, I've been better, but I do have to cut myself off of the news. I can't contribute too much. I'll usually give it an hour or one podcast a day, but I won't do a deep dive because it's very it's daunting because the more I research about it, the more I see that there's no resolution coming anytime soon, and it's really upsetting.
Right. Same.
How are you?
I had the same experience. I mean, for the first week of we may close, we may not, right? And this is everybody. So everybody was like, oh, maybe not. So everyone was trucking along. And then the abrupt stop happened. And then I get vertigo for 2 weeks where I'm waking up dizzy, feeling nauseous, I have to vomit. And then on top of that, watching the news. So I was bad for a while.
You set yourself up for that one. I should have kept that TV off.
Right. And it's a whole bunch of you know, it's curated content on YouTube. It's curated for your one or two clicks on one topic, and it's just like boom. And I'm always watching Yahoo Finance and this and that. I was wore out for like a month and some change, and I like this is me crawling out of my hole because it was bad.
It should be bad. It's like a serious situation when everyone's like, oh, I'm building a kitchen on quarantine. What are you doing? I don't know. I'm just here trying to stay alive. Like that's the only thing I'm literally required to do during quarantine is not die. I mean,
right. And I'm not. I give people props who jumped on the bandwagon of like the TikTok dances and the fucking food conference. It took. I watched it all like everybody was doing it. I was just like, damn. And so like I literally took like 2 or 3 weeks where the phone and all social media was like, I didn't touch it. Once I crawled out of like vertigo, and also too, my mother got sick, and I was just like, oh my gosh, she's gonna die. I'm gonna
Did she have it?
No. She didn't.
Is she okay though?
Yeah, she's a lot better now. But all that was happening, and then dealing with Bangkok, like, oh, okay, I'm pretty far from home.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that. So I admire everybody who like right away was just like deflecting and just finding something to do.
Right. Yeah. I mean, that's good. Like there's definitely like two different kind of people. There's people who will like thrive during this time, and there's people who will just get by. But like no one kind of person is better than the other. Like
right.
As long as we get through it, we get through it.
Yeah.
As long as you're not hurting anybody in the meantime or spreading false information, I don't see a problem with like not doing anything.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's stressful enough. We've never gone through anything like this before.
Ever.
I even asked my dad, I was like, have you guys ever dealt with anything like this? And he said no. He said there was one disease, or there was one like flu like a couple years, like when he was a kid, but they kind of took care of it really fast.
Yeah. Now we in 2020, we got Amazon packages
right
at people's door. We got cars that drive themselves. Okay.
You know why?
Motherfuckers can order pizza, sex, shoes, right to your door.
Right to your door, through your window.
Right.
I ordered a laptop case once at like 9 o'clock. I left my house at 10 o'clock and the box was in front of my door. I was like, how? And I literally looked at the box and I was like, this can't be for me, because I literally just ordered this like an hour or so ago. There's no way. Like,
right.
Technology is wild.
There's no everybody dying of corona. How come we can't? I don't understand. I don't understand.
Yeah. It evolves. I mean, like, I guess as we evolve, like as society evolves, so do viruses. So I'm sure.
Right.
They were like, wow, we don't know what to do with this yet. So yeah, it's kind of scary.
Yeah.
This could be life. This is probably going to be life for like the next year.
Oh, I can believe it. Yeah. Because I saw an episode of maybe like the New Yorker or something like that, and it was on Wuhan and how they're getting back to normal life, and people are still petrified. The news reporters were saying like people are going out because they miss that social aspect, but like you said earlier, people ain't gonna be in restaurants chilling, and there's no cure for it. So it's just like, and then some people have it and don't know they have it, and then some, what?
Yeah. Yeah.
You could be.
It's wild.
Yeah.
I have nothing more to say than yeah, because like all of that is true. Like I want to say that like as soon as quarantine is lifted, I'm gonna be like, yeah, let's go get some food or something. But
of course,
I don't think like let's go on a walk and we're gonna stay this far apart so that like, that's all I got for you.
Yes, a walk. Yes, absolutely.
It's gonna be Jill Scott.
Right.
It's gonna be a Jill Scott summer, just a long walk. That's gonna be the height of everything.
Right.
Take a long walk. That's all we can do. Maybe a bike ride if it's my bike and I sanitize it.
You can't touch it. Thanks.
Oh.
So what have you been doing? Have you gotten any clarity during this situation? It seems like you're really clear on what you want to do next. You broke it down.
You know what?
Huh?
I am absolutely not clear on what I want to do next.
Really?
Because well, I came here to get my master's degree.
Right.
Guess what my master's degree is in? Tourism. So like the tourism industry was the first industry to get hit by this. It's going to be the last industry to bounce back. So I literally have no idea. Like my plan was to do a good job at my internship and get hired, and that was pretty much what I was on track for.
Right.
And now it's just up in the air. I truly don't know. Like after my internship ends, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know if I'm staying here. I don't know if I'm going back to Windsor. I don't know if I'm going back to New York. I don't know if I'm, you know what I mean? So I really don't know. I think that's why I'm so relaxed, because I've never really felt this way before. Like even after high school, I was like, okay, high school, university. All right, university, I got into dance. I was like, all right, I got to get to New York. And then I got to New York and I was like, all right, I got to do these things. And then when I did those things, I was like, all right, I got to get to Europe. Now that I'm in Europe, I was like, all right, I get my degree and I got to get a job. But now there's like a little wrench in the machine and I'm like, all right, I don't know what to do. So I just kind of have to like stay still and figure it out, I guess.
That's so
I'm on.
It's gonna come.
Yeah, I'm on LinkedIn every day. Just scrolling for jobs.
I can't. So do you want to? Have you? So if it's not tourism, what would be the next area of interest?
That I have no idea. I truly don't know. And I think the reason I like the job that I have now is because I deal with people a lot. And I guess anything people related. I used to want to do fashion, but fashion is too fickle and there's too much that I don't know, that I'm not willing. I know I could learn it, but I'm not willing to learn because it's not, there's no payoff for it and there's no like longevity to it. So yeah, fashion is like any way the wind blows. You could be a success or you could not be a success, and then there's a million people who want the same job. It's literally Devil Wears Prada. And I knew that I wanted to travel, and I knew I wanted traveling to be a part of my job. So that's why I got the tourism masters, or that's why I'm getting the tourism masters. But anything that has to do with tourism, I don't even like. If I got a job at a hotel in Bali, that is my peak. Right there. Like awesome. If I could just live somewhere hot where I could ride my bike to work every day, I think that's next on my little vision board. I've never lived in a hot climate. Like I don't really have like career goals. I have like lifestyle goals. Like this is the way I want to live. I don't want to worry about my bills, and I want to be able to like travel whenever I want to, and I want to be able to, like my job. And I don't want to hate my job ever again. I've had like one job that I hated, and I never want to have that. So as long as that's cool, I don't have any. I don't want to be like the CEO of anything.
Oof, especially now. What?
Yeah.
What?
I mean, I have like dreams, but they're kind of just like under here. They're under my hat.
Right.
I'm working on them. I work on them, and I work on it quietly. And if it happens, it happens. And if it doesn't happen, you'll never know, because you didn't even know it was gonna like you didn't know it was planned. Like, you know what I mean? It's like someone planning a surprise birthday party for you, and then the birthday party gets canceled.
Right.
You don't know.
But I mean,
you weren't gonna know anyway.
No. You're pretty like laser focused on something, and you're like, I'm gonna do it. So I'm pretty sure what's under that hat is the same thing. Everything is hesitancy, because it's just like, I don't know what may happen. I don't know how convenient that is, but you still gonna go for it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna go for it, but I don't know. I mean, I'm like trying to start a business right now,